Okay, guys, I wanted to come on real quick and show you some more results from the Golden Era scanner here for tonight, Monday, May 19th, 2025. So again, here's our first confirmation, guys. We get the check mark on this big green candle here. And at that time, it gives us our where our golden zone is going to be at. But again, this is not a trade signal yet. We have to wait 5 minutes for this next candle to close. Okay. So right now we have no trade. You can see that price has come back into that zone, but this is not a trade yet. You don't have an actual trade set up until this 5 minute candle here, the one after the check mark, closes. Okay. Because you know that's how the scanner works. So we have to wait for this candle to close. Once this candle closes, it will then give us our parameters for the trade. It will give us our invalidation zone and our two exits. Okay. If price goes too far on this candle, then the trade you may not be able to take the trade because it may already go through both exits and the white flag will appear. Or if price drops too far below this way on this candle, then that will invalidate this trade and the check mark will disappear. Okay, so we got to wait for this candle to close here to see what happens. Right now, it's in a very good place. If it would close right there, we would be able to set up our trade. And again, what I'm going to suggest that we do, guys, is that we set our limit order not at the beginning of this zone of action, but at the halfway point, because I noticed that most of them go back to that halfway point anyway. And this way we get a better risk to reward, right? Think I showed you that somewhere, or maybe I didn't, but we would have to wait for the zones to the parameters to show up here. Now you can see prices moving up very swiftly, and you know, uh, this isn't good for this trade because if it stays up at that point there, it's going to end up going through the two exits. I'm just going to pause this here. Let me just. Okay, that's we have less than a minute. So that candle closed, and so it's in a good place. You could see there's no white flag because price is not currently above exit two. And we have our invalidation zone and everything. So the way we want to set up this trade is like this, guys. Okay, so long position, again, we're going to enter this trade at the halfway point of the zone or the golden zone here. So we're going to enter that. We would set our buy limit order right there. Our stop loss goes right at the red line here. And then we would take this to exit two. Okay, and you can see that gives us a 1 to 3.21 risk to reward at exit two. Okay, now you could, if you get in this trade, you could decide to sell half the position at exit one or just get out at exit one. But you can see here by setting our limit order at the halfway point of the zone, we give ourselves a better risk to reward. So for every dollar we risk, we gain $3.21 if we get into this trade and price moves up here to exit two. Now you can see price has made a move down and it kind of just missed where our limit order's at. Okay. So if we were just using the beginning of the zone here, then we would be in the trade. Okay. But the difference there is that instead of a 1 to 3.21 risk to reward, we have about a 1 to 2. Okay. So we make an extra percentage by using the halfway point of the zone. And you can see here now that price has moved down to the halfway point of that zone. And it looks like it's hopefully stops here before it gets to our stop loss. Ooh, made a big move down there. And so let's come back here and see what happens. Okay, so a lot of people were asking me, what does that white flag mean? And I've gone over this before, but I just wanted to show you in this example here because what happens is once price, I think I thought that it would be exit two, but it appears here that once price has gone past exit one, then that white flag shows up because basically what the scanner is saying is, hey, if you're just looking at this trade right now, okay, we don't want you setting a limit order here right now and getting in this trade because price already moved past take profit one. Okay. We all know that exit one is take profit one, exit two is take profit two. Okay. Or we could say goal one and goal two. Okay. But basically, that's why the white flag shows up. It's telling you that if you just came to the chart right now, you've missed this trade. You've missed the opportunity to take this trade because price had already moved past exit one. And so they don't want you waiting for it to pull back now, because if it pulls back, it may end up just tanking downward, right? So right now in this trade, we have a winning trade to exit one, and the white flag has now come out. You could see here the price came down and almost stopped us out, but it just missed our invalidation zone. Now, by the way, guys, why I have you on here, if you remember, if you watch my overview video, you know that there are some additional confirmations before you take these trades. Now, I haven't been, paying attention to them as I'm showing you this scanner in action at night here. But remember that one of those confirmations was you want to trade with the trend. And you can clearly see here that this is in a downtrend. So we were not trading with the trend here. Another one of the confirmations was you do definitely have a bullish engulfing candle here, right? So that was a confirmation. Um, it's really not a zone. It's a zone that's been hit before, right over here. Okay. So there is prior support over there. And you do have a bullish engulfing candle. But the other thing is you have a lot of imbalance down here. See all this imbalance all the way down to the wick of this candle? So you have a lot of imbalance right down below your invalidation zone. And that imbalance acts as a magnet for price. So there were actually two reasons out of the four not to take this trade, right? We were trading against the trend, and there was imbalance below the invalidation zone. Okay. So that was the two reasons not to take it. The two reasons to take it were you have a bullish engulfing candle and you were trading from a zone that was hit prior. There was prior support and resistance. Okay. Actually, there's prior support right here. You just have to go back right to here because you're looking for the zone of action here. And we can see, guys, here while we're on this, even though there were two reasons not to take this trade, right? There's four confirmations, and two of those confirmations did not exist, right? So we do have a winning trade here. Price has moved up well past exit two right now. Remember that white flag showed up when it went past exit one. But right now, price has gone well past exit two. So we got a 3.49% return on this had we risked 1% of our trading income, right? And of course, if you risk 2%, then you'd have a 7% gain to the upside. So this was a good trade here. This was a good trade, even though two of our four confirmations to take the trade were not met. Okay. So in addition to the check mark and waiting for the next 5-minute candle to close and everything else, there are four other confirmations, right? You want to make sure you're trading with the trend, right? You want to make sure that you're trading from a zone that was hit prior, right? Provided prior support and resistance. You want to have some kind of candlestick pattern. Here you have a big bullish engulfing, and you don't want to have imbalance below your invalidation zone because that could act as a magnet toward price. So we had, two reasons not to take the trade, 2 out of 4, but it was a great trade, as you could see, and it's still moving up here even further. Okay. So I'm going to pause this video and wait and see if we get another example here tonight shortly. or if not, I will just close this session out. Okay, guys, I'm probably going to close this video out because a little bit earlier today I made a overview video for the Sniper Pro um, scanner, and as you could see, this gold is just moving up crazy, like it's just crazy here. See, um, and now you could see that since that went through there now. Now we have a check mark up at the top of this candle, and that will give us a potential selling opportunity now since it made this huge move to the upside here. But that was a great trade. It's disappeared now because once a new check mark comes out, the old one disappears, guys. So, but I have that on video for you. And again, we had 2 out of the 4 confirmations. So that's a good sign for you that you know when you're taking these trades on demo, hey, if I get at least 2 out of those 4 additional confirmations, I can go ahead and take the trade. So that may be a good way to set up your strategy, or you may not worry about those additional confirmations at all, or you may just have to have one of them, or you may want all of them. I don't know. It's up to you. But have a great night, guys, and I'll try to come on tomorrow night to see some additional trades as well using this golden era scanner.